So, after reading this subreddit for a while now, I have decided to post one of the few spooky experiences I have had in my life. As a young child, I basically was the definition of chicken shit. I used to sleep with my lights on, fall asleep to the sound of a movie blasting out of my television. I guess all of that fear drained out of me during those years, because at this point, I'm not exactly a person you would call a coward. But I do have my moments. Now to the story. When I was 7 or 8, I started going to the elementary school's summer recreation program. There, I met some of the best people that I know. I met a girl there. We will call her Rebecca, who to this day is still my best friend. We all sat down in a small corner of a large gymnasium while she told us a story about Bloody Mary, the lady in the mirror. She told us the basic story about Bloody Mary, who was a woman who had lost her child, and if you chant her name while standing in front of a mirror in a dark room, she will appear, etc., etc. After her telling us about her, I continued to hear new stories about Bloody Mary from different people throughout that summer. Variations, backstories, and anything to make the story more scary. Being the young, naive child that I was, I believed it. All of it. At past midnight, I would lay awake in my pitch black bedroom, contemplating what I would do if Bloody Mary just happened to slip out of the mirror and into my room. One night, I went to bed as usual and tried to sleep. As it was the night before my 9th birthday, I kissed my mom and dad goodnight and proceeded to go to bed and fall asleep with my lights on, like always. I slowly fell asleep. I woke up. The room was pitch black. My mom probably closed the light or something, and I looked at the illuminated LED clock on my nightstand. 11:59. Great. I have to wait until 12:10 just to go to the bathroom. Even if I did go to the bathroom, I would go in, terrified, and trying my best to avoid looking into the mirror. I sat there, alone in the dark, with a full bladder. You know what? This is ridiculous, Tiffany. You're 9 years old now, and you're acting like a 2-year-old. Bloody Mary isn't real. I wanted to get over my fear. I really did. Thinking if I went to the bathroom and did the ritual, nothing would happen, and I wouldn't be scared anymore. I grabbed a large candle from my parents' bedroom, tiptoeing quietly so I wouldn't wake them. I crept down to the living room and grabbed the lighter from the kitchen. I lit the candle, burning myself on my first try, and walked to the bathroom. I set the candle down next to the sink and stared into my lit reflection. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Nothing happened. I was relieved. I quickly blew out the candle and slipped back into my bed, smiling. I laid there, staring into the clock. I closed my eyes, but then I realized it was nearly 90 degrees outside in the summer, and my bedroom was cold. I was afraid to open my eyes, but I did. In the doorway was a dark figure of a lady. Looking at her made my insides hurt. I wanted to scream, but I was also afraid of waking up my parents. I simply closed my eyes and tried to imagine puppies, flowers, and the celebrations that would take place in the afternoon. I drifted to sleep with the feeling that Bloody Mary was still watching. Morning, I woke up, and the sunshine from outside blinded my eyes. I looked in the doorway, nothing. I went to the bathroom and dared to look in the mirror. There was a cut next to my eyebrow. I changed into a dress for the day, noticing several small scratches on my stomach. I ignored them. After that day, I tried not to think about that night. I never told my friends about what happened, and that everything she had said was real. I still read no sleep. I'm not afraid of the dark. I play idiotic games with my friends like Three Kings or the Midnight Game, but not Bloody Mary. Never Bloody Mary. After learning about ritual games yesterday, such as Bloody Mary, Midnight Man, and the Three Kings game, I thought I'd share one I heard a few years ago. Like all the other games, do not attempt this unless you're prepared to face the consequences. The game must take place in your house, apartment, or any other place that you live. The name of the game is The Candles Game. This is a lot more detailed than the Midnight Man or Three Kings. If you're not good at remembering things and following lots of small rules, do not play this. Play at your own risk. A few prerequisites that you'll need to play: lighter or matches, candles. Preparation. 1. Have a friend or family member hide one unlit candle on the floor of each room of your house without telling you where it is. Do not ask them where it is. 2. Place one unlit candle at the end of each hallway of your house. You don't have to have a family member hide these candles. 3. Place one unlit candle in front of your door to your room. The candle must be inside your room. You alone must do this. If a family member does it, the game will not work. 4. Close all the blinds, windows, and make sure all of the electronic appliances that can produce any noise or lights are off. Any portable electronics, MP3 players, tablets, phones, must be turned off and placed in a box. Put the box in a closet or a cabinet. 5. Set an alarm on a small wristwatch. This is the only portable electronic you're allowed to keep, to go off at exactly 11:10. 6. Close all the doors to all of the rooms in your house. 7. Now go into your room. This should be done at sunset. And go to sleep. The game. 1. When you wake up at 11:10, turn off your alarm and make sure your alarm went off at the right time. If your alarm did not go off at the correct time during the night and it is still dark outside, remain in your bed. But face the ceiling and do not, under any circumstances, look around your room or under your bed. Do not fall asleep. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in the game. 2. Once your alarm has gone off at exactly 11:10 p.m., you have 1 minute to light your candle in your room. Once your candle is lit, do not look around your room. At 11:11, knock on the door to your room 3 times, and with 3-second intervals in between each knock. If you do not hear any noises after you knock, the house is ready, and to proceed. Say the phrase, "I am ready to play the game." Open the door to your room and place the candle you lit outside the door this time. That way, they will know not to enter that room. 3. This is where the game starts. Walk around your house with your lighter or matches and light each candle in the hallway as you come to them. Knock on the door to each room as you did the door to your room. After knocking, open the door and find and light the candle within 3 minutes. If you find one of the doors that you closed earlier open, or you see a light under the door, leave your house immediately. If you do not successfully find and light the candle within the 3-minute time period, close and lock the door to the room and lay down, facing the ceiling until 6 a.m. Once again, you are laying down. Do not look around the room or fall asleep. 4. After you leave each room, close the door to it. Do not open any of the doors after you have entered them, found and lit the candle, and close the door. 5. If you made it this far, congratulations. You only have one more step to do. Return to your room, knock 3 times as you did at the start of the game, close the door behind you, and lay back down in your bed and face the ceiling. Once again, do not look under your bed or around your room, and do not fall asleep. In the morning at 6 a.m., the game is over, and your house should be safe. Note, I say should be, as the game will differ with every player. Ways to lose the game. 1. Disobey any of the rules. 2. Do anything other than what is required for the game during the game. Example, using the restroom, eating, sleeping. 3. Running. If you start running, they might find you. I'm not sure what happens when you lose the game, but if you follow all of the rules, you won't have to worry about that. Other rules. 1. When walking around your house, do not look anywhere except in front of you. If you notice movement out of the corner of your eye, do not look at it. 2. Do not engage in conversation with any voices you may hear during the game. 3. If you hear noises coming from behind a closed door to one of the rooms with an unlit candle, skip it and move on. But do not forget about it. It's better to move on and come back when the things have settled down in the room. 4. You must be the only person in your house. Don't have any pets like cats or dogs around, as they will cause trouble and disrupt your game. Pets that won't make any noise or bother you are fine though. Tips and suggestions. 1. Do not play this game. 2. Do not play this game. 3. Do not play this game. 4. Do not play this game. 5. Do not play this game. 6. Do not play this game. 7. Do not play this game. 8. Do not play this game. 9. Do not play this game. 10. Do not play this game. 11. If you are still not convinced, make sure you follow all the directions above, even if they sound silly. Warning: permanent psychological scarring may occur during gameplay. Edit: I accidentally left out one more rule. avoid looking into mirrors. This one should be pretty obvious since they are all around you. And you want to avoid seeing them. Hi, my little Calaveras. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And thank you so much. I was originally just going to do the Bloody Mary story, but then I realized it was a little too short. So I was like, okay, we'll just change it up a bit and do 2 rituals I do not recommend. And I'm sorry if you notice in my voice it kind of sounds like I'm sick. I'm not sick. This is just what happens when I get tired. My voice kind of goes out. And it's kind of funny because some people like the way it sounds because it's a little more raspy, and some people don't. But the problem is when my voice is like this, it's super unpredictable. So I definitely don't want to try recording like any actual stories with this, just because next thing I know, my voice is just going to be like the weird whispery, wispy sound, and nobody likes that, and you can't understand me. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will have more videos coming and more originals from myself as well. Don't forget, I have my socials linked in the description down below. And then if you want, you can always submit a story if you'd like me to potentially read it here. But yeah, I'm gonna go because, like I said, I am tired and my voice is going out, so that's pretty awesome. Although I do think it's funny that one of the rituals does say not to look under your bed, because as you know, remember, my little Calaveras, don't let anyone or anything steal your light. Check under your bed at night. And until next time, bye.